Hey, Emma, I'll pick you up tomorrow at 11.
Got it. Thanks.
How does it feel to be moving out of your place? It must be weird seeing your apartment empty. How's the cleaning going?
It is. I've lived here so long, and it's really sad to see it like this. I have a walkthrough scheduled for tomorrow. I'm almost done cleaning. I'm hoping I can get some of my deposit back.
Yeah, the management company will probably try to rip you off. They always do.
Maybe, but I always kept the place really clean. I have a good feeling that I'm going to get at least some of it back.
Yeah, Emma, you like to keep things pretty spotless, don't you? My mom usually cleans my place for me.
That must be nice. You must be so thankful for your mom. Speaking of which, aren't you at your parents' house, being spoiled as we speak, you lucky thing?
Since I got my transfer, I haven't really been able to see my parents, so my mom asked me to come. You should have come too. It would have been nice to have you here.
Yeah, since we've been apart, I've wished I could spend some time with your family. They're such nice people.
You are family too, you know? My mom said she wished she could see you.
Really? You mean it? I'm really happy to hear that your mom would say that. Since I lost my parents when I was young, hanging out with your mom has been really fun for me. They've always been so warm and welcoming to me. Of course, I'm lucky to have you, but I appreciate having them just as much.
We're married now. You know you can always count on my mom. Speaking of which, I got our marriage certificate yesterday. It goes without saying, but you shouldn't worry about it. You can think of my mom as your mom.
Thanks. I guess I won't be seeing her much for a while, but I'll reach out to her when I can. I'd like to be closer to her.
I think that would make her really happy. She already talks about how much she loves you, and spending more time together would just make your bond even stronger. By the way, I'm really sorry about this whole relocation thing. I know this transfer came out of nowhere, and we had to get married in such a rush.
Even though it sucks to be apart from each other, I know that if there was anything you could have done to prevent it, you would have. Although we did get engaged because of it. So, at least one good thing came from this.
You're right, I would have. But I saw this as a big opportunity for me, so even if it meant we were apart, I thought it would be a step in the right direction for our future. I know you spent your whole life in Evanstown, and literally everyone you know is there. I feel so guilty to ask you to move out here where you don't know anyone. You'll be completely starting over.
Luke, you'll be there. It doesn't matter if I don't know anyone else. Besides, my friends have said they'll come visit me.
Great, that's good to hear. I'll do my best to get home from work as early as possible. I'll keep you from getting lonely.
Thanks. Anyway, I've got to get back to cleaning.
Of course, good luck getting it all done.
Thanks. Oh, tell your mom I said hey.
Hey, Emma, you're at home, right? Like a good little girl?
Yes, I'm here. You've got GPS on my phone, so clearly you know where I am. I don't know why you even ask. You can just check for yourself, can't you?
Yeah, I can. I just like to hear you say it. I can check anytime I like. It's handy to have, and you would do well not to forget that I have it. If you ever try to leave me, it's over for you. Over. Do you get that?
Yeah, you've made it clear. I can't get away from you.
Good. It's good you understand that. You're the one that went running off and crying to the police. This is the punishment you get for that. It's only natural. I can't trust you to mind your manners like a good wife should, so this is what you get.
You are the lowest of the low. I can't believe you. You told the police I was mentally unstable and dragged me back here. How could you do that to me? How could you lie like that?
Well, you learned your lesson, didn't you? The police don't care, and they don't believe you. They aren't gonna help you, so there is no point in pulling that again. You can never leave me. Ever. You won't get a second chance if you disobey me again.
Please stop this. You've hacked my iCloud account. All my chats are monitored. You've got GPS on me. If I do anything you don't like, anything at all, you threaten to hit me? You won't let me do anything at all. What happened to you? Who even are you? You never did any of this to me before.
I could say the same about you. You were a different person a few months ago. What are you whining about? Do you have something you want to say to me? Look at you, getting all brave.
I'm not whining. And don't jump down my throat like that. Can't you at least give me back my credit cards? What about access to my savings account? All of that was mine before we even got married. Please.
Now that we're married, I think it's better if I hang on to those. Don't you?
But everything you took is in my name. They're all things I had from before we were married.
How would I know what you were using them for if I just gave them back to you? For all I know, you'll use that money to run off to try to leave me.
If I was getting ready to leave you, you would know, wouldn't you? You know every little move I make.
You'll probably go crying to the police again. Here I am, Mr. Nice Guy, and you're saying that you want to get a divorce. I didn't do anything wrong. I take care of you, and you want to leave. We just got married, and you're already saying that sort of thing.
Luke, it is because you have changed so much. You are completely different than the person you were before. I hardly recognize the man you have become.
That's not true. I haven't changed at all.
You have. You're always yelling, grabbing me, and yanking me around. You hurt me. You scare me. You've taken all my money to trap me and keep me from going anywhere. You won't let me get close to anyone around me. What am I supposed to do? At this rate, I feel like I'm going to disappear.
You shouldn't think about that. If you just mind your manners, it'll be all right. You just be a good little wife.
I'm trying to do every single thing you're telling me, which is why I think it's fair to let me use my money to do something I want to for once.
I've been working myself to the bone, and all I hear about from you is how you want to go to some concert. If I'm being honest, it's really disrespectful.
I don't think I'm being disrespectful at all. You know how much I like that band, and they're doing their farewell tour. It would mean so much to me if I could go see them, since this is my last chance.
You think selfishly using money that could be put towards our future is okay? Is that what you're telling me?
Luke, we're talking about my money that I had even before we knew each other.
A married woman shouldn't be out partying.
If that's how you feel, what do you want me to do for fun? What is left for me?
Besides, I was thinking, we should go on a honeymoon.
What? Really? You mean it?
My mom has been nagging me to take you somewhere. Ever since the wedding, she has been bugging me about it. She texts me almost every day. When are you going? Where are you going? It's been driving me nuts.
Oh, that's the reason.
By the way, if you hear from my mom, you better watch what you say. I'll hear about it if you say anything out of line.
I know.
Remember, I'm also keeping up with all your chats and texts. I'm checking each and every text message you get. Anyway, I'll head home around 6 o'clock tonight. I'm gonna want to relax, so tidy up the bathroom for me. I'm gonna want a hot shower as soon as I get back. Also, make sure dinner is ready for me when I get out of the shower. It better be something I like. If you try to feed me some garbage I don't like, you'll be sitting alone on the balcony for an hour to think about what you've done.
Mrs. Jackson, please help me. Please wake up.
What's going on? Emma, are you okay? Give me just a second. I just woke up. I'm still a little groggy.
Mrs. Jackson, I'm really sorry. I feel bad for waking you up and for calling you so many times in the middle of the night. I'm so sorry to bother you, really.
What on earth is this about? Aren't you on your honeymoon right now? What is going on? You and Luke were supposed to be in Hawaii right now, aren't you? Did something happen?
I'm coming to your house right now. Please, I need your help.
What? What do you mean you need help?
I've run away. I couldn't take it anymore.
You couldn't take it anymore. What do you mean by that? Did you and Luke have a fight or something?
Ever since Luke and I got married and moved in together, things have really changed. He's a totally different person. He's always so angry, and he screams at me at the drop of a hat. He's taken all my bank accounts and my credit cards away from me. He totally cut me off from my finances. He won't even let me leave the house. I am trapped.
You're telling me Luke is doing all that?
Yes. There's even been times he's hit me. He's hacked my phone and my computer. He's gotten my passwords to all my accounts, and he's been spying on me. He's even using GPS to track me down and make sure I can't get away from him.
I can't believe what I am hearing. How can that be true? My Luke doing all that?
It is true, all of it. Please, you've got to believe me. I thought I could use our honeymoon to make my escape. It was the only time I knew I stood a chance to actually get away. I managed to swipe some money and snuck out.
Wait just a minute. I can't keep all this straight. I feel like my head is spinning. I can't believe Luke would do any of that. How can you say all that? I don't understand. When we've sent messages, you've always told me that things were going great and that you were really happy.
Because Luke was watching everything I wrote. I had no choice. I had to tell you lies about my life. I couldn't tell you what was really going on. Being able to talk to you has been my only salvation. It is the only thing that has kept me going. He's blocked all my friends online and won't let me talk to any of them at all. Please, I am begging you. Just this once, you have to trust me. Believe me, not Luke.
I understand. Emma, I believe you. I want you to tell me everything. Start from the beginning. Take your time. Don't leave out any details. I won't say anything to Luke. Just come to the house. Everything is going to be okay.
Thank you so much. Mrs. Jackson, you have no idea what this means to me. Thank you. Thank you.
Damn it, woman, where are you? Here I am trying to take you on a honeymoon and you run off. Just what do you think you're doing? Is this how you're gonna repay me? I marry a worthless orphan girl like you who comes from nothing and nobody, and this is what you do? You've got to be kidding me.
I am leaving you. I want a divorce.
What? Are you looking for a beating? Because it sounds like you're asking to get hit.
I don't have to do what you say anymore. You don't own me. You can't hurt me anymore.
You little... Don't you get it? There is no one who can help you. You're mine. So why don't you go ahead and tell me where you're hiding?
Where are you, Luke?
That's none of your business.
Then it is none of your business where I am either. You've really changed, Luke. From the day we got married, you've become a completely different person. You really thought I couldn't get away from you, didn't you? You thought since my parents are gone and I don't have much family that I wouldn't have anybody to call when I needed help.
That's what you get for talking back and getting an attitude with me. You're pathetic. Who would want to be friends with someone like you anyway?
Every single day you yelled at me. I thought I would go crazy having to listen to you. I started to believe all those awful things you said about me were true. All you had to do was just be at home, and I felt so anxious and depressed that I was sick.
I can't believe I married such a worthless woman. And I was looking out for you. I was taking care of you. I was letting you know where you were failing, how you could be better. I did it for you.
For me? You did it for me. You're serious? Are you sure you weren't just using me as a punching bag to make yourself feel better? As a stress reliever?
You really think somebody like you could ever give me any relief? You make everything harder. You create stress. You don't take it away. Emma, if you don't tell me where it is you're hiding right this minute, the next time I see you, some really bad things are going to happen to you. Very bad things. I'll make sure you can never run away from me again. Do you understand, Emma? You won't be able to run anywhere, or even run at all. You get what I'm saying?
Luke, you stop this instant.
Huh?
It's your mother. What the hell do you think you're doing?
What? Who is this? Mom, is that really you?
That's right. You heard me. What do you think you're doing to Emma? And I can't believe the things you are saying. What makes you think you can talk to a woman like that? Just because you married her? How can you talk like that to Emma? She's a person, Luke, not your property.
Is this a trick? Emma, you're joking, right? You're pretending to be my mom.
Last night, you sent me a picture, remember? It was of some of the local Hawaiian food you were enjoying on your honeymoon. You said the poi was really good. You were talking about how much you thought I would enjoy it because it isn't too sweet and it isn't too sour. You were telling me how you wished you could send some home to me.
Oh man, it really is you, isn't it, Mom?
I told you it was me.
Mom, you've got it all wrong. Ever since Emma and I've moved in together, she's been acting really strange. I think it's because we moved. She doesn't know anyone and she's all alone a lot, so she started acting totally crazy. She's been saying some really weird things lately. You shouldn't believe anything Emma says. She's lost her mind. She's off her medication. You've got to believe me. She's trying to track me.
Emma's not on any medication. I'm appalled you try to say something like that. I have seen everything I need to see. No matter how you look at it, you're the one that is acting crazy.
It's been so stressful for me. I've been providing for Emma. I've been taking care of her. I've done everything for her and tried my best. It's been too much to handle.
That's just one more reason it would be best for the two of you to end things.
What are you talking about? I'm your son. How can you take her side? I love Emma.
You can't even see what you're doing, can you? The moment Emma walked in the door, I could see how upset she was. She was pitiful. She was all skin and bones, and she looked ill. She was white as a ghost. She was so scared. I almost cried when I saw how much she'd changed.
That's because she's gone crazy on me, Mom.
You're the crazy one, Luke. You have got to leave Emma alone.
No! Don't you get it, Mom? Emma is the only one for me. She's the most important thing to me in the world. You can't just take Emma's word for it. You've got to give me a chance. You're my mom, not hers. How can you believe her instead of me?
Emma was recording everything you said. Everything. Day after day.
What?
When I listened to it, I knew Emma wasn't lying to me. It's you. You're the problem. I felt sick to my stomach listening to all your verbal abuse.
No, you have it all wrong. This is some kind of conspiracy that Emma has come up with. I've always been good to Emma. I treated her like a queen.
Luke, it's me, Emma.
Emma, you have got to stop this. Please, don't tell my mom any more of your lies. Please, I'm asking you nicely.
Are you seriously keeping up the act with me? You're trying to tell me that I'm lying? It doesn't matter what you say to me. I am leaving you. It's over. We are getting a divorce.
You're at my parents' house, aren't you? That's where you're hiding out. I should have known. That's it. I'm headed to the airport this minute. I'll be there as fast as I can.
Even if you come, you won't find me.
Why not? You're running off to hide somewhere else? You can't hide from me forever, you know.
I've gone to the police, and this time they believe me. I'm getting a restraining order. You won't be able to come near me again, Luke. There's nothing you can do about it.
Emma, I was so happy when we got married. It was the best day of my life. Please, don't leave me now. Don't abandon me.
You're the one who abandoned me. You abused me daily. You made me question who I am. You isolated me. You cut me off from all my friends. You stashed me away and used me like your own personal slave. You thought you could get away with it because I didn't have any family. You thought I was an easy victim, didn't you? Just because I'm all alone in the world, you thought that you could do anything you wanted to, didn't you? Didn't you? Tell me the truth.
I didn't think that.
Really? Because even in the short time we were married, I couldn't help but get that feeling. You know, it's sad, really, everything you've done to me. I never want to be with another man like you ever again for the rest of my life. I will never, ever let this happen to me again.
Emma, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said so many mean things to you. I would take it back if I could. I was just trying to do what was best for you. That's why I had to be so rough. I'm hard on you because I love you. Forgive me, please. I love you, Emma. I really do.
You were saying how you were going to make sure I could never get away from you again, weren't you?
Okay, I know that sounded bad. But I didn't really mean it. Not like that. I was just trying to scare a little sense into you is all.
It doesn't matter if you meant it or not. I can't live with somebody who threatens me like that. No one can talk to me that way. It isn't okay. And you need to give me back everything that was mine before we got married. My credit cards and my savings, all of it. Also, after everything you've done to me, all the damage you've caused, I'll be asking for alimony.
Emma, I'm sorry, really. You've got to give me a second chance. I won't hurt you again. Please, can't we work it out? This time will be different. I'll do whatever it takes to keep you happy, Emma. I'll do anything to make you feel safe again. I can fix this. Don't just walk away. Don't give up on us.
I could never feel safe with you around. Just the thought of you makes my skin crawl. You always say I'm a failure. That I messed everything up? I'm the one that's giving up? But which one of us is the real failure here? Which one of us really killed our marriage? I don't need some man that's gonna lie to me, treat me like a slave, and control everything that I do. I wanted a husband and a partner, not a master and a jailer. What you really need to do is to spend some time alone. You need to take a long, hard look in the mirror and work on yourself. Eventually, we waded through all the legal proceedings, and I was able to safely divorce my husband. It was such a relief to finally be done. From the outside looking in, I know he looked like a good husband. He had a job, he paid the bills, he gave me a home. But all the evidence the police collected helped my case. If it weren't for them, things might not have gone so well for me. Because of all the mental suffering my husband had caused, I was awarded alimony and a restraining order so that he could never come near me again. That was the biggest relief of all. Luke's mother was even able to find all my credit cards and get them back to me. She was able to get all my savings back. There were times that my husband had hit me, but I didn't have any real proof. The only evidence I had was in writing. And that wasn't enough for him to be arrested for it. That being said, I don't know what the future will bring. I think I'll be okay on my own. I have the money from the alimony to help me. But I don't think my ex can ever go home again. There's a rift in his family now. His mother knows who he really is. She's cut him off completely. She told most of her family about the divorce and explained everything that had happened between us. Even though everyone knows the truth about what happened, I still don't feel like I can ever live in the same place again. It doesn't feel like home to me anymore. I decided to go to a women's shelter instead, and I was finally able to find some peace there. I've been able to explain myself to my friends. It felt really good to tell them my side of the story, and they've been very understanding. I honestly don't know what I would do without them. Little by little, I'm learning to be my old self again. I haven't been able to get over everything that happened to me. My husband was my first love, and having him change on me like that was a lot to deal with. Sometimes I think about what would have happened if I never got away from my ex. It was really frightening when I had to go back to him after the first time I tried to get away. I still have flashbacks sometimes. The memories are so bad that there are times I find myself hyperventilating. But even though my story is a difficult one, I don't want to become a prisoner to my memories. Step by step, little by little, I want to move forward and live my life. I have so much support from my friends and even Luke's mother, and I want to live my life in a way that shows how much it means to me. I want to be able to return the favor. I have things I want to do in life, and I can't let my ex keep that from me. Even if things are really hard for me right now, I know it's going to get better. I am going to live my life so that I can find happiness, and one day, I know I will smile again.